What are you waiting for? Call Bud Hedinger now, 407-916-5400.
And you're going to do it because I said so.
855-916-1045.
And a very pleasant good morning to you. Mark Logus filling in for the Bud Man, Bud Hedinger, today. It's a beautiful Friday, December the 20th, and I'm honored to have with us Allen West, Congressman Allen West. He first took an oath to support and defend our Constitution as a young second lieutenant in the United States Army. During his 22 years of service, he was distinguished by numerous commendations and honors for valor, achieving the rank of lieutenant colonel. In 2010, Colonel West once again reaffirmed that oath when he became the first black Republican from Florida to serve in the United States House of Representatives, the first since Reconstruction. And a pleasant good morning to you, Congressman. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Mark, and Merry Christmas. Doing great. It's a beautiful, sunny Florida day, and I already got a nice morning run in, so I'm ready to go.
Well, it's a Merry Christmas to you, too. It's wonderful words to hear, especially this time of year, but, of course, keeping in mind the reason for the season to keep with us every day, right?
That's right, and, we got to make sure we keep Christ in Christmas.
Absolutely. Now, you have created a foundation, an Allen West Foundation. Tell me, what's the mission and the vision of the Allen West Foundation?
Well, it is twofold. I mean, one of the things you brought up was that, I was the first black Republican member of Congress since Reconstruction. Josiah T. Walls was the original one. And, we got to make sure that we diversify that conservative message across all communities. And I think it's very important that we have issue advocacy and education in the black community, Hispanic community, and make sure that they understand what it means to abide by the Constitution and have, a limited government that's fiscally responsible, that respects our individual rights and freedoms, and, the free market system that promotes our small business growth and entrepreneurship. And, when I think about what is happening in the inner cities, where I grew up in Atlanta, we've got to do something to talk about solutions and restoring the opportunity of society and not continue this march toward a dependency society. So that's one of the missions, is to educate on principles and issues and solutions in those communities based upon conservative values. Then the other thing that's so important and a huge part of me is the junior ROTC programs, those programs such as that, the Army, the Air Force and Navy, and also the Young Marine and Navy Sea Cadet programs. These are programs that are really helping our young people as far as instilling in them a sense of patriotism, pride, responsibility, leadership, and giving them direction. And those programs are starting to suffer. Funding is starting to get cut off. As a matter of fact, the United States Department of Justice, Eric Holder, went after a young Marine program out in Louisiana, and we found out about it and provided them some financial support and also brought it to the attention of the country. So that is the other part, which is really near and dear to my heart, because I got started in high school ROTC back in 1976.
Well, we were speaking, of course, with Congressman Allen West, and you're articulating so many important principles. I think that many Americans don't even realize the assault on the military and in programs such as the junior ROTC. And it's a very important thing that you've done with the foundation to provide the necessary tools and the backing for people who say, here's an injustice, and what can we do about it? Now, you're partnering in education with the American majority. Can you explain a little bit about what that relationship is like, Congressman West?
Yeah, absolutely. American majority, Ned Ryan, whose father, Jim Ryan, was the well-known distance miler runner, and also a former United States congressman from Kansas. We got a little rough because I prefer Kansas State and they are KU Jayhawks. But, it is really about the grassroots and talking about how it is important at that local level to, get these issues out there and talk about educating people and, inspiring folks to take a part in a role in their governance. One of the things I believe is so important is education. We see this fight going on about Common Core. Well, between us and the American majority, we talk about, the fundamental principles and the relationship between a federal government and a local level as far as education and trying to get people to be more involved in their local school boards and even run for local school boards or city commissions and county commission seats, because all politics really are local. And, we want to have the right type of people that are there. So, you talk about an issue like school choice, which is one of the big issues for the inner city. Parents should not be, or single parents should not be trapped in sending their kids to failing schools. They need to have a choice. They need to have opportunities to provide to their children. So that's how we partner with American Majority. I've spoken at a couple of events, one down here in South Florida, one up in Philadelphia.
Well, Congressman Allen West, we appreciate the work that you're doing. And to find out more about the foundation, anyone could go to the www.allenwestfoundation.org website. You're also on Facebook?
Yes, I'm also on Facebook, and we have a website, allenbwest.com, where, I write about 4 or 5 misses on the news of the day. And also you have an icon on that website where you can learn more about the foundation, what we're doing, our mission, and how you can join and help us out in raising the funds so that we can keep these ROTC programs, afloat. Right now we are targeting support for 5 different ROTC programs across the country, and one of those includes my own program back in the inner city of Atlanta, Georgia.
That's wonderful. And when we return, you're going to be speaking about really the military, the service, and things like that that are really impacting more than the junior ROTC. We're talking about our troops, the commitment, foreign policy issues, and so we're going to help